Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. So, you want to exercise, you know you should exercise, and all you need is to motivate yourself to do it, right? I've got you. Here are some proven ways to get totally motivated to get that workout on. Stay tuned. Hey there, my friend. Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, the power of possibility, passion, and purpose. So you're looking to make exercise a part of your regular ritual. But you're struggling to find that workout motivation to make fitness a part of your daily routine. Maybe it's the start and stop stuff. Maybe it's just never get started, but you want to get started. And here's the thing. I think that happens for a lot of people. You might get on a roll. You develop a great workout streak for a few weeks, and then bam, it's raining outside. You're feeling a bit overwhelmed from work. The thought of just staying in bed seems way more appealing. So you start missing some days. And as the cold, as of this recording, we're heading into the winter months, and as the colder weather and the shorter days set in, you might find yourself looking for comfort and ease. And this is when you really need to be mindful and intentional with your actions. So I know I said this is going to be simplified, but you still need to put in the work. You know where you want to go. You know what you desire. So being persistent enough to push towards your goals and apply some of these simple strategies that I give you are going to make all the difference and carry you through, especially when you're facing those times where you're just dragging or you're just unmotivated. Because if getting those results or having those results or having the energy or the motivation or the productivity or just feeling like you're just in your groove and in the flow, if that's honestly and truly what you desire, because when it comes to your health and fitness, you can't leave it up to chance. It's not like all of a sudden just some sort of awakening is going to happen. Well, it might happen, but you want to stay awake and keep focused, right? There will be work that you have to put in, and you're going to need to put yourself first to make it happen. Nobody's going to do it for you. So here's some strategies to boost your workout motivation. I've shared many of these with you before, but I think at this time of year, it really comes into play, especially, as we're heading in the month of December here. And a lot of times people say that, like, oh, I'm going to get back on track. And then they put a lot of things back on hold. They let a lot of other distractions, a lot of overwhelm come in. And sometimes it's just a matter of strategizing and reorganizing your day if it is chaotic and it is busy, then plan for it. That's the way to do it, instead of going, oh, I'll just worry about that until January hits. And then there's a lot more regret, and you have to actually work a lot harder to overcome what happened in November and December. So here's tip number one, is to create a contract with yourself to stay committed. And here's the catcher: make it public. Okay, that can be public on social media, or just to send to a group of friends to help keep you accountable. I'm going to assume that you are a person of your word. When you make a public declaration and you keep everyone up to date throughout your journey, we tend to stick with our commitments. And if you want to make it more interesting, make the contract, right into the contract, that you will pay someone or donate to a cause that you do not like $20 every time you miss a workout. That may be a big thing. Sometimes having a little skin in the game or a little ouch factor can be all the reinforcement that you need to do it. And spell out your commitment, to complete a program and stick to the fitness calendar as much as possible. For instance, I will commit to a 30-minute workout 5 times a week for 8 weeks straight, and incorporate a consequence if you don't keep your word. I know it sounds drastic, but it's simple and it's effective, and it would work, and it keeps you motivated. As a matter of fact, I'll talk about this a little bit in a bit, but When it comes to motivation, action has to come first. And when you're in action, and if you've been a person that's been on a streak for a bit, you know that the motivation starts to kick in. You may not always be fired up to exercise, but it's a lot more motivating once you're in action than when you stop and then you're trying to just pump yourself up in some sort of way, right? The next one is figuring out your obstacles and your limiting beliefs. Listing every barrier that you have to exercise, the big ones, the small ones, nothing off limits here. Getting each one down to the tiniest of details. A lot of times people say they're busy. I'm just so busy. I'm so crazy busy. I'm busy, busy, busy. A lot of times that's what I when I'll ask people, hey, how are things going? Oh, I'm doing great. I'm busy. I'm not sure why is that like we're rooting ourselves on by saying that, or is it a way of saying, back off, don't talk to me? What is it with that? But if you're busy, what are you busy doing? What are you putting your time into? And how important is that? Is it aligned with the priorities of what you're wanting to achieve? A lot of times we are so busy just doing activities or mindlessly scrolling things that it makes it seem like we're busy and we're really not, that we could be putting ourselves first and making ourselves a priority. But if that's part of the barrier for you, that you're busy and that's an obstacle that you need to overcome, then get that down, break it down. Once you get everything on paper, and I encourage you to write this down instead of thinking about it. Once you get all those down on paper, then you can start to look at, okay, which of these, are silly, or which of these are really, they aren't barriers. They're just stories that I'm making up in my head that I can easily get rid of. It's an excuse that I have, or, I can delegate that to somebody, and then it won't be an issue. The job will still get done, but I can hire somebody, or I can have somebody else do it, and I don't have to do that. Whatever that is, start getting, look for your top 3 and get those out of the way to free up the time to take care of yourself. That is so empowering to do. And speaking of empowering, it's to remove your limiting beliefs. Now, when it comes to limiting beliefs, what are these? These are the stories that we tell ourselves. We like to create these stories as if they're true, and then that gives us an excuse to let ourselves off the hook and not stay committed to something. You know the limiting beliefs, like these are the things that constantly dance around our brains. They prevent us from achieving our goals. Like, I'm a terrible cook. I never have time for exercise. I'll always be heavy. I'm too lazy. I'm such a klutz. I'll never stick to a plan. I don't trust myself. And we say these things to ourselves, so our brain tries to believe it and make it so. But here's a great Tony Robbins activity. I love this one. Pick your top 2 limiting beliefs that you have. What are these top stories that they're knee-jerk reactions? Like, oh my gosh, I'm always so klutzy. I'm always late. I'm always late. If you're one of those people that you tell yourself, oh gosh, I'm never on time. But you could be. But you've told yourself this story so many times that the universe says okay. But with this Tony Robbins activity, just answer these 3 simple questions. How is that belief ridiculous or absurd? Are you really? And the next one is, from whom did I learn this belief? And maybe it's somebody that just, from your childhood, that gave you some sort of nickname or picked on you or whatever, and you just kind of adopted it. But is that person worth it in your life anymore that it's really that ridiculous belief needs to happen? And here's the big one for the other one. What cost will I have to pay emotionally, physically, in my relationships, with my family, in my career? What cost will that have if I continue to think that way? That's a big one. That's a big one. So some of those things, you get rid of some of those limiting beliefs, some of those stories that you're telling yourself. I can never stick to a workout program. I always fail. You know what? I can stick with it for so long, and then I'm off mindlessly munching on Cheetos. I can't ever have healthy food around because I'm gonna cave. I always cave. And you tell those stories, but really, how ridiculous is that? If there was some sort of thing on the line, somebody's going to give you $250,000 over the next 2 years. They're going to give it to you. It's right there in your account. All you got to do is eat healthy for the next year. Would you step up and do it? You probably would. You'd probably get rid of all those limiting beliefs and do it, right? So that's a big one. Here's your biggest tip. Find a great fitness community to be a part of. When you surround yourself with people who are also on a mission to be healthier, to be happier, to have more energy, that can be so uplifting, create such motivation. When you're having that off-track day, it's those people that you surround yourself that lift you up. You see it on sports teams all the time. Somebody's having kind of maybe not kind of an off game, but when the rest of the team rallies around, that player tends to step up, or it tends to get motivated and bring it in there. With your fitness, with your workouts. So many times people show up to get in shape, but they stay committed and they stay motivated because of the community. Now I know some of you out there might be saying, I like to do my own thing. It's just me. And I can relate. I was that way too. I was one that just like, just send me off to a secret camp all by myself and I'll come back all fit and everything and just show everybody, just let me do my own thing. But a lot of times the stories that we chatter in our head can be eliminated when we're surrounded by other people that maybe are having a similar struggle or approach something in a different way that we can't see, that we never thought of, that can unlock everything for us. What will ultimately inspire you to get up and start moving? That's a strong, supportive community. The bonds that people make in the communities that I run, they're like family. I've traveled across the U.S. and Canada and met many of these people that it was like, wow, I know you from my online community, but I feel like I know you. I feel like we're brothers and sisters. So surrounding yourself with people that will help build up your confidence as much as your strength. I'm running a group right now, and you're welcome to jump in. You could just head over. I do have a little application to fill out just because I want to know what your goals are and what mission that you're looking to achieve. So you can go over to putyourselffirst.com/getresults. I'll pop it into the show notes, and I'll also have it in the lower part on the screen here. If you're watching on the YouTube, the video part of this podcast, waving at you if you're doing that. So let's putyourselffirst.com/getresults if you want to be a part of the community and stay motivated to get your results going and stay committed. And here's a few more things that I think help when it comes to exercise motivation. Music can totally be motivating. Get some great tunes to play while you're doing your workouts. Constantly varying up your workouts, so maybe sticking with a routine for 30 days and kind of changing it up. Or maybe it's after your 8 weeks, you mix it up again. If you travel, bring a resistance band with you. Have a little fit kit that you can put together. It's easy to do, easy to have with you, so that you're always traveling on, getting your exercise in on the road. And, log into a streaming service. I'll post my favorite one in the show notes. That way you have access to that and can try it out for free. And another one is to have your workout gear ready to go when you wake up. If you get your workout done in the morning, then you're more in control than the day trying to control you and then you trying to squeeze it in. And then you could hit that workout in right away. And just inspire yourself and motivate yourself with fitness success stories. And don't look at them as a comparison game. Look at that as what's possible, what's inspiring, what's uplifting, and go, if that person can do it, so can I. Consistent action will bring about your motivation. The more consistent you are, the better results and the more fun. And if you need more focus, structure, and support on this journey, and you just find yourself struggling on that start again, stop again sort of roller coaster, and you're always feeling like those barriers seem to be creeping in the way over and over and over again, then for sure, sign up for my next 5-day workshop. It's absolutely free. Give me 5 days, and you're going to be cracking the code on burning the stubborn fat, building the lean muscle, losing the weight, having the endless energy. No matter what program, fitness routine, or eating plan that you're following, and what I share in this workshop and what I teach and what people get out of it is how to target the hidden mental and emotional barriers that hold you back, and how to crush those top limiting beliefs that we just talked about, so you can stay laser focused on your goals and take the action that you need to, the steps that you need to achieve, so you can get them achieved and the results come faster. And you'll get my step-by-step framework that's designed to bust through your top barriers and have a solid game plan for achieving every one of your health and fitness goals. And you'll be able to stop the guilt of avoiding your exercise equipment that you bought, or the workout DVDs, or maybe it's a gym membership that you just don't use anymore. You'll do that. You get rid of that guilt, and you'll have a game plan to finally start creating a healthy lifestyle of your dreams. So if you're a person who starts and stops your exercise plan, you're feeling guilty and frustrated because you keep ignoring your fitness goals year after year, or maybe you start and stop your fitness goals several times a year, or you're mad because the results never seem to come fast enough because you're too tired, you have no time, but you know you need to do something, then join me for the free 5-day online workshop. It's coming up very soon, because it's time to break out of your monotonous routine and turn everything that you think you know about fitness, energy, nutrition, weight loss, we're going to flip that completely upside down. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com. That's upsidedownfit.com, and you can join us there. And here's another tool to help you stay consistent and motivated, is to grab my free Success Habits Master List. This is going to give you a morning routine where you can stop the overwhelm, stop the chaotic feeling of starting your day, and wake up feeling grateful, healthy, happy, focused, and fulfilled. You can download that at morningsuccesshabits.com. That's all I have for this week. Thanks so much for sticking with this and firing yourself up to get motivated. And if you found this valuable, please share with someone you know can benefit. That would be totally, totally awesome. And if you get over to your podcast app and can leave an honest rating and review, that would absolutely rock it. It helps more people find and discover this podcast. And hey, if you're over on your YouTube and you find our YouTube channel to see the video version of this, please click subscribe and that notification button so you can be alerted when I drop the next episode into our channel. That's all I have for this week. You absolutely rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.